Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon. This is Project Fev, Tarot and More, Intuitive Empath, and I'm here to do your monthly reading for March. It's coming through in the pre-read as a love reading. Also with a little side lesson here about past interest and missed opportunities. So I stopped doing any kind of structured spread here just for the first couple of videos that I post in each of the signs because I just want to get comfortable more with the videos because I'm just starting to do YouTube and it's kind of, you know, a little bit different than doing live and picking up intuitively from the other person sitting across the table. This is like I'm just connecting with the general Taurus energy and really have to focus on trusting my guides to give me these messages for you and focus on listening to that voice and that voice alone. So yeah, it's been an interesting experience. You guys, I think, are like my 7th video, which so far so good. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, so far we've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Okay, so someone from your past. And I did pick that up in the pre-read, the pre-intuitive read, which is a missed opportunity, okay? So Mercury retrograde in Pisces, Vedic sidereal, now is going to be bringing someone back around, okay? Or you want to manifest bringing this person back around because you believe it was a missed opportunity. Look, you've got the sun on your side, major arcana. Okay, so so far what we got here is whatever you had as your focus before as the reason, probably this time last year, maybe a little bit later, mid-year, I think, you guys had to be focused on some other types of things that were going on in your life at that time, okay? It was not the 10 of Pentacles energy at that time. It was probably the Ace of Pentacles, maybe the 2 of Pentacles. It may have even been the Ace or 2 of Pentacles in reverse. You probably had some setbacks financially. I definitely feel like you guys have been trying to push forward and overcome these things. And I feel like you're finally there. And this is a great Taurus type of benchmark energy because you guys don't necessarily feel secure pursuing a relationship or moving into something and start planning for the future until you feel like you're stable and solid, at least in this particular arena, or you start to focus on this type of thing before you introduce a relationship into it to complicate things. Okay, and you've got as the influencing energy is the 6 of Cups, which is the card of nostalgia. It could be a soulmate card. I think in this particular instance, it doesn't necessarily hint at a soulmate just yet. Okay, I do think that what else I see over here is that you're still kind of juggling. You've got the 2 of Pentacles that came through and you've got the 3 of Cups, okay? I still think that you're juggling some other options, okay? I do believe that you think they're possibilities, but your heart is really longing for this missed opportunity with this person. Okay, from around that time period, I feel like you guys were in communication or you were in some kind of contact, and because things just were not going well for you, you were not coming out of yourself and connecting with this person the way that that person really felt they were ready for. Okay, and I think you did pick up a little bit intuitively that there was some kind of struggle there, or they were dissatisfied with something that you were doing, but you weren't sure what it was. And it was just like a quick cutout. It was just like a quick overall cutout and boom. They didn't necessarily ghost you entirely, but you were left pretty clueless about what happened. There was really no closure. There was no explanation. And it took you from that point until pretty much now to realize that and here's the card that goes along with that part is you just feel like they cut out. They just cut out. This is the 7 of Swords. So you feel like they took their ball and they went home. And in some way they kind of did. I mean, but you know now why. You've come to some realization. And I want to applaud your efforts, Taurus. You guys have been working on self awareness in a positive way, not becoming self-aware in the way that other people are affecting you, but you've kind of woken up a bit to how you're affecting other people. That's a big deal. That's such a big deal for a lot of Tauruses out there. Like, a lot of people wouldn't realize this if they have no experience with Tauruses, but coming out of yourself and really connecting with other people and starting to really show a significant amount of compassion and empathy and kind of going, oh yeah, I get it. You're going through this and this is what's happening. And you know, just kind of putting yourself out there in a way that isn't selfish. I don't want to call all Tauruses selfish. I don't think that you're necessarily selfish. It's just very self-protective. Okay, you're just like no nonsense kind of people sometimes, and it's very self-protective. I think a lot of Tauruses have a high sense of self-worth and self-value naturally inside of your personality. You know what you bring to the table, so you're very protective of that, and rightfully so. But you can be simultaneously, and what you're realizing or coming to the awareness of is there's the ability to be simultaneously protective. You don't have to put your whole self out on the table in order to see where someone else is coming from. And you don't have to take every single thing someone else says they're not satisfied with or want more of personally. Because that's a Taurus pride thing. So your partner says, I'd like to spend more time with you. What you hear, or what Tauruses tend to hear in the Taurus energy, is you don't spend enough time with me. And that's not necessarily what they're saying. They're just requesting with you a bit more time, okay? And you're kind of coming into the awareness that, oh, okay, I should make more effort to spend more time with this person, not be resistant to the fact that they're asking for it because they're asking for it, and feel like I'm already giving them enough, and then withholding even more so from the person, from the relationship, and retracting even because they're dissatisfied with something, so you'll show them. Okay, so that's that. You're coming out of that to some extent, and you're starting to realize, maybe you've read through the text messages that you guys sent back and forth, and you read the communication or emails or however you guys communicated, and you're kind of going, yeah, I get it. Okay, yeah, you know what? This person shared something with me right here, and I just cut out and didn't get back to them until the next day, and this is something that was really important to them, and I should have paid more attention to that. So you guys are coming to some realizations about your own behavior. I applaud you. Bravo. Bravo, Taurus. So I think what's happened is you've realized that you played a role in why they cut out, and it's not so much a Seven of Swords, because this card was eclipsed by the Sun card, okay? So they came out together in this configuration right here. So you've got the Seven of Swords, okay? You've got the Nine of Pentacles, okay? And you can see that this depicts feminine energy. She's very independent. She's happy on her own, doing her own thing. She's not at a loss for any comforts. She looks well manicured, well cared for. Everything that you enjoy about that feminine energy, masculine Tauruses. Okay, and there's just something very beautiful about the independence of this particular person in this card. And if it's if you're a female and you're into male partners, it doesn't matter, what the gender of the people are. It's about the energy that's depicted, the feminine energy, masculine energy that's depicted within the card or within the relationship, and how it expresses itself. Okay, so if this person was a feminine energy, they're definitely, they don't necessarily need you. And I think, backtrack to a year ago, part of your relationships had to have an element of codependency, because there was a certain sense of security that provided you if that person needed you. So you would choose partners, technically speaking, you would select partners that needed something from you, and that set you up to be used or taken advantage of. And then when they cut out, you were like, what the hell? This person just cut out of my life. I feel like they kind of owe me, like in the deal. That's what's coming in, like in the deal. You're supposed to give me da-da-da, like in the deal. So that's why you think this person cut out on you, because that's what you're used to. And and that's not what happened. Okay. And after you now fast forward to where you're at now with some more self-awareness, and you're reading through the messages, or you're revisiting some of the conversations, you're realizing, oh, they didn't cut out and take off. This is a healthy, independent, feminine energy. She's just not handling any of that bullshit. Bullshit. Get it? Wink, wink. Bullshit. She's not handling any of that bullshit. She didn't cut out. She just could see very clearly that this didn't have anything of value for her. And you're kind of going, yeah, you know what? She's right. He's right. I wasn't in it. I wasn't in it to win it. I was in it for myself. I had my own crap going on. And I think you're done with the excuses of saying I'm the victim too. Okay, that's a big one coming through right now. Is you're done playing like but I was really going through a tough time, and you got to see it from my point of view, and everything that I was going through made it really hard for me to be there for somebody else. I think that you're kind of out of that, where you realize everybody's got some crap going on, and there are people like this in the world that they have crap going on, or crap happens to them, or people around them, and they manage their life, and they don't take it out on other people. They don't, take it out on themselves and victimize themselves in that energy. They just deal with it, That's a grown Taurus. That's a grown, matured, evolved Taurus. And you guys are on that path in your spiritual journey. And that's why you're kind of hoping you can manifest, or you're desiring to attract back into your life this person, okay? And here you have the Sun card. Comes up in this pack of cards together, okay? And when a major arcana card comes out in a spread for me, when I do an intuitive read with the tarot, it depicts the powers that be, okay? So this is the general energies of the universe, not something that you influence, control, or have any kind of say in it whatsoever. The universe is giving this to you as a gift. Here's the Sun energy when it comes to this person, okay? So the person that you had the missed opportunity with because you weren't really woke yet, the universe is saying, okay, Taurus, you want this person back in your life? Here you go. All right? You're going to get an opportunity during Mercury retrograde to rectify this situation, okay? And I think that you've been trying to do that. You've been desiring to do that with this person in little ways you've been trying to reconnect with them, but you don't want to go the direct route because of the way that it was left. You're not really sure that it's going to be well received at this point, right? Because you weren't really on top of your game then. You weren't really giving or caring to that person in the way that they really desired to, and honestly really deserved, because the Nine of Pentacles energy is, this is someone who deserves your best foot forward, right? Best foot forward. Okay, so this is your opportunity to bring that person and manifest them back into your life. So I think that some of you have been slowly making moves here and there. What happens if I send a friend request on Snapchat? Will this person accept it? What happens if I send a friend request on Facebook? What happens if I like a picture? Or, just be sure you're not doing too much of that, because Tauruses, you guys have a little bit of a reputation, a lot of a reputation for being stalkers. And I know that you're not trying to be a stalker. You're just trying to not come in direct with your horns down, because some of you realize that type of energy doesn't get you the results you're looking for when you come direct. Because, when you guys come direct, you're like Ferdinand. You're like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. I really messed up. I'm sorry. Let's have another shot at this, okay? And and other people, they don't seem to take very well to that sometimes, because it's like, aptly named pit bulls. Okay, pit bulls have a reputation for being vicious dogs, but the truth is that most of them are very docile, very sweet, very kind type of temperaments in those dogs. But the truth holds with Tauruses as well. You guys have a bit of a reputation of doing those kinds of things and it coming off a little bit creepy. Okay, the way that you guys naturally do things like that, it's a little creepy. because you're a little shy in your approach to it and the way that you broach it, and that makes it for a little awkwardness, social awkwardness. So when you do that, it kind of comes off creepy to people. So just be aware of that aspect of it. It's like liking a picture on Facebook or sending a friend request on Snapchat is cool, as long as you follow it up with a message. Okay, don't just send a friend request and then leave it as an accepted friend request and then don't message that person for like months. Okay, because that just looks like you've been stalking them for months on Facebook or on Snapchat or whatever, just to watch their feed and not really like interacting with them. And that the longer that goes on, the kind of more difficult it is to breach or broach the communication. Okay, so don't wait too long. You've got the Sun card on your side. You've got the universe on your side. So just don't wait too long. Move forward with a little bit of confidence. I think that, you were kind of like on the fence a little bit, kind of wanting to watch from a distance. But, when you owe someone an apology, you don't sit on the fence and wait for them to come to you and then decide you're going to say that you're sorry if they come to you. No. If you do something that is in error, it's your job to get off the fence and walk over to that person and just be like, hey, I see what happened there. I hope that you understand. I was going through some things. I'm not excusing my behavior, but it'd be really cool if we could talk again. So if you're open to it, hit me up if you still have my number. If you don't, would you like me to give you my number so that we can talk again? Or just take my number and don't decide right this second. Figure it out. Hope I hear from you. Thanks. Just be plain but soft. Okay? And I know that takes a bit of confidence, but know that you're moving forward with the Sun on your side and Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which is a very loving, emotional energy, okay? Very much an accepting kind of like compassionate, empathetic energy. Pisces is very accepting of other people for exactly who they are. So I really think that energy is going to influence and come through and show this person that you're genuine and that you really mean it. Okay, and I think things will start slow, but I think that, if you want to pursue this, then start slow and soft, move forward, start with an apology, mend the fence, but get off of it. Mend the fence, but for God's sake, Taurus, get off of it. Move. Get something done here, okay? Okay, so I am going to go now to the Soul's Journey cards by James Prague, and these cards are going to help illuminate, elucidate, and elaborate some of the cards that we have here in the spread, okay? They're going to give some advice, and I like that it's straightforward advice because there's no way to kind of misinterpret the message on the card because it literally has the word there. And then the other thing that I like about it too is if you're into yoga and you're into like meditation, you're into, some type of mantras or things like that, it really gives you good affirmations and ways to be positive about the situation. Okay, so I feel like this is good. Okay, so here we go. How do you broach the subject with this person? Okay, with a sense of humor. Little self-deprecating humor goes a very long way, Taurus, especially when you kind of messed up a little bit, right? So it says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So get out of that heavy, dense energy. Try not to be pensive or tense about it. Just shrug it. Not that you aren't taking what happened between you guys seriously, but no pressure, okay? This person shouldn't feel pressured to make a decision. So a little self-deprecating humor about, hey, remember that time I was a real jerkhead and, didn't know that I was like so into myself that I totally missed the ball with you. Yeah, that kind of sucked, didn't it? I hate it when people act like that, right? Just something a little bit like that. Honesty, okay? Altruistic transparency really drops or causes other people to drop their guard. Okay, so if you go into the situation guarded, which sometimes self-protective nature of Taurus can be that way, If you go into this situation guarded, you're going to get guarded from this person. They're going to be guarded back. They're going to mirror back to you the energy that you bring to the plate. So get your mental game on point and just, you know, altruistic, plain, genuine honesty. Okay, and the affirmation in this card is, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So in the process of being honest with yourself, you can literally open up to this person and be like, hey, so I've been on a bit of a, I guess you could say, a spiritual journey this past year, or I've been on a journey of awakening or self-awareness. And I just want to extend to you a bit of an apology. I feel like I missed the mark on some things when we were talking, communicating last. I had a lot of distractions going on in my life, and I just want to be transparent with you. You know, it would even be nice if you could tell them that you were attracted to them. Or you could just be straightforward and just say, I'm interested in you and getting to know you better. If you're not ready to bring it to the point of flirtation or whatever, there's not that comfort level to breach, you don't want to put yourself out there like that, then don't. You can just say, I'm interested in you and I want to get to know you better. If you feel the same, here's my number. Chat me up. Shoot me a text message. Look forward to hearing from you in the future. Okay, and then gratitude. Okay, gratitude naturally invigorates humility, okay? Because it validates the extension of exterior locus of blessings and things brought into your life, okay? It's an acknowledgement that this isn't all you or all about you. This is about other people playing a role in this. This is about the great divine bringing you to knowledge and understanding and awareness. Okay, so an attitude of gratitude really goes a long way in pivotal mentality and ideology when you're talking about a relationship and relating to others. Okay, just being grateful that they're willing to hear you out at this point, or that they're, you know, just being grateful and having that attitude of gratitude when you're talking with this person, I think is going to go a long way. So the affirmation in this card is, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So, you know, if you really want to draw this person back into your life, I would just channel the power. I would just channel the power of that Sun card and just really, you know, I like to show you guys the mandalas in the cards too. If there's any symbolism in there for you guys, you know, you might pick up on something that isn't coming through in the reading that makes it more personal for you too. So channel the energy of the Sun card. Know positively and confidently that the universe is on your side, you know, and it's giving you a green light. It's saying, okay, I'll steam ahead. If this is what you want, let's manifest it. Let's do this, baby. So I feel like that's nice that it's moving forward for you. Okay, so Wild Offering Oracle. This is Tasha Silver's deck. It has Ganesh on the front depiction of the cards, remover of obstacles. So I like to use this deck for positive affirmations and mantras, and it really kind of exposes areas of weaknesses or areas that could use fortification or focus. Okay, that's the better word. The area of focus. Okay, what's going on in the situation that's either preventing you from having success, or how can you remove whatever that obstacle is? Okay, you might not even be aware of it. Sometimes when I pull these cards, people are like, wow, you know what, that's true, and I wasn't even aware that I was doing that. I was being really negative, and I can see now just having the depiction on the card really makes it tangible for a lot of people, and it brings that emotional part of the experience into view. And as a result of that, it can be dealt with, right? Sometimes you don't even know you're hurting until you see the fact that you cut, or, you know, put your hands in Purell when you have a paper cut. That crap hurts. I don't care who you are. So we're just waiting for these. I feel like there's two, okay? Yeah, Confidence came out. Ooh, Divine Confidence, which is a good card for you guys, because you're going to kind of need some help in that area. Not help necessarily that you don't have confidence, but you don't have, it's not confidence in yourself that you're lacking, it's confidence in the situation. Okay, you're lacking confidence in the situation because you know that you don't have full control over how this goes, because the other person's response is totally predicated on whether or not they want to choose to talk with you, right? So yeah, so because you don't have total control over the situation, and it has a lot to do with how this other person responds, you don't have a lot of confidence in it yet. Okay, that confidence comes from stability over time, right? Oh, creative blocks. Okay, here's the cards. 2 came out for confidence and courage, and then the third one is creative blocks. Because I feel like sometimes you guys are thinking or feeling like, what am I even going to say to this person? How am I going to even talk to them? How do I strike up the conversation? Okay, so I feel like the creative blocks card is coming out because the initiation of the conversation is something that you've been analyzing a lot, okay? If you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. So I feel like this is kind of like channel the energy of the Sun card, exactly what I just said. Channel the energy of the Sun card, get into that positive energy, believe that a positive outcome is possible, plausible even, I would probably say release the constrictive thinking that you need a contingency plan. Okay, so I feel like there are some Tauruses out there that are going, okay, what if this happens? Then I need to be prepared. What if she says this or he says this? Then I need to be, okay. And if they say this, then I'm going to go this. And then if they say this, okay, well, the problem is when you get up to them and you have all of these nerves and you have this nervous energy, all of those what ifs kind of go right out the door. And then sometimes I can foresee in that particular situation with those particular Tauruses, if it's you that this is speaking to, all of those what ifs, you know, what happens when you get in front of the person and none of those are the response that you get? You kind of freeze up and you're like, well, I didn't plan for that contingency. There's no plan Z. Now what? Okay, and then it kind of like, you lose your focus, and sometimes you lose your nerve, and then the whole thing just kind of goes off. So I think in this particular instance, you're just going to have to go with the flow and not be so restrictive. Not be so restrictive to a script. No script. Restrictive script. Okay? You're going to have to be a little creative and kind of fly. Use your charm. Taurus, you guys are so charming. You know, I'm not sure what it is, what happens when you get in the presence of somebody you really like, where some of that charm just kind of goes by the wayside a little bit, you know? When it's somebody that you're really sexually attracted to, you don't have any problems flirting. But when your feels get involved, somebody kicks you in the feels, yeah, it's a little hard. That's okay. I'm a Scorpio and I'm exactly the same way. Oh my God. I feel like this message could be for me. Okay, so the rest of the affirmation on the card here is I offer the prayer. Here, the prayer, the meditation focus, the focus of meditation. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Okay, so, you know, just put it back into the universe. Like, let me be helpful to this person, because maybe, you know, you don't know, they might have been hurt by that situation, and you need to participate in the mending of that hurt so that they can feel released from it too. That might be a nice way to kind of view it, is I need to make this right on some level, even if nothing else happens from this, and release the emotional connection to the outcome that you desire to have, and just manifest some type of connection and see what happens. Okay, release me from any blocks and restrictions. Oh, did we use the word restriction? Restrictive script? Well, there you go. There's the word right there on the card. Okay, and then confidence and courage, they came out together. Okay. Oh, you have a bouquet. Roses and daisies. Look at that. How cute. And they both start with the word divine. Do you see this? Divine, 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 divine. Okay, there's the divine right there working for you. Luck's on your side. Turn of events. Okay? Confidence. Divine confidence is completely different from the bravado of the ego. So, sorry, it's not focusing. If you make space for something larger to take hold, fill it with confident love. So grant me courage I never knew I had. So that's the prayer or the affirmation or the mantra or the meditation yogi to you know, meditate on, okay? Grant me courage I never knew I had. Fill me with your confidence, okay? And courage. Okay, so here's the courage card. Divine, of course, again. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it anyway. Yeah, fear is, you know, I've said this before in another reading, and I've said this before as an advice to people, you know, just acknowledge that the fear is there and don't focus on it. Don't focus on the fear, because there's all kinds of emotions that you're feeling. You're feeling love, you're feeling excited, you know, you're feeling the fear. You're feeling a lot of different things all at once. But the fear is kind of like it's the final emotion, which is why it seems like it's the most intense, because it's the last thing that you feel before you get to the other side of what you want. Okay? So it's the last thing, which is why we don't like fear so much, because it grows in its intensity. But love grows in intensity, and you know, we manage through how to make that work and get married and, you know, bond with people and connect with people all the time. You know, anxiety, you know, grows in intensity until we resolve it, or until we step past it into the role that we're supposed to take. Starting a new job might be a good example for a Taurus. Okay, so, you know, somehow you brave through and you're courageous enough to get to the other side of starting a new job. So just look at it that way. Okay, I'm going to task myself to start a new conversation, turn over a new leaf with this person, and see if I can rectify the situation. All will be well, don't worry. Oh, I love this message for Tauruses, because you guys sometimes really hold on to your worry. I know Tauruses sometimes have a reputation for being worrywarts, huh? Yeah, lots of worry. And that builds up that pensive negative energy. It says, don't worry, all will be well. That's such a comforting message. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. So I think that speaking to your internal voice is speaking too much. Shh. Listen to the divine. The divine is telling you it has all the confidence and courage for you. It has all of the luck in circumstance that you could need. It's giving you the green light and go ahead, okay? It's even giving you advice in the cards. Approach it with a little bit of humor. Just be transparent and honest. You know, show up with an attitude of gratitude. And dear divine, or dear God, may I feel your courage and your will. Okay, so that's your mantra, your prayers moving forward into the situation. Pretty good read. Pretty good read. You guys are on the right track with the situation. Keep going in that direction. Get off the fence. So in summary, the divine has your back. The universe is on your side. You guys have a stroke of luck working in your favor, right? Okay. You've got Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which is a great energy for Tauruses, because Tauruses are all about the comforts, right? Creature comforts. And Pisces is all about providing those, or, you know, being the energy of those the feminine creature comforts anyway. So I think that, you know, this person will be very understanding, open, and responsive. Use humor, use gratitude, come forward with transparency and honesty. And I think it's all a go for you guys. I'm really happy. And again, bravo for the personal growth in the past year and the self-awareness and awakened spirituality. That's, you know, great job. keep moving forward, keep going in that direction. Always a good job to heal yourself up so that we're not traumatizing each other anymore. So I hope that resonated for some Tauruses out there. Click like, subscribe, notification button so that you can hear from me. I'll be picking up more and more readings as I go through here. I'm trying to transition out of my job and try to do this full time. So I'm going to be pretty ambitious about hitting it hard and getting myself out there, you know, building Project Fev up with some other types of alternative therapies too, and then just some different ideas that I have popping through my head. So you guys are here from the ground up. This is my first Taurus video ever. I really appreciate you guys listening in to the end. Again, click like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you guys. Yeah. Okay. You guys have a great time. Thanks.